I decided to rock the beard for this video. But here is my official review for Crater Lake National Park. This review is going to be a little bit of objective and a little bit subjective. It's going to marry the two a little bit. But I've had an opportunity to go to this national park a few different times to really pick up the vibe that it has. So without further ado, let's get into it. So what makes this park so special that it's worthy of national park status? Well, first off, it's the site of a massive eruption 7,700 years ago where it left a crater 5 to 6 miles wide that eventually filled up with rain and snow melt to give us Crater Lake. Crater Lake is known to be some of the purest, cleanest water in the world because there's no inlet or outlet, so there's no sediment that gets into the lake to help cloud that water, which gives it the unique, vibrant blue color that it's known for. With that being said, I'm going to go into one of my favorite segments, which is my top 5 interesting, unique, and fun facts on Crater Lake. Seriously, you can't do a review without doing some interesting facts. And there's some good ones. Here we go.
Number 5.
Before its eruption, 7,700 years ago, Mount Mazama was estimated to be around 12,000 feet tall, and it would make it Oregon's tallest peak at the time.
Number 4.
The ash from the eruption covered approximately 1 million square miles.
Number 3.
On the Volcanic Explosivity Index, or VEI, rating from 0 to 8, Mount Mazama, when it erupted, was a 7. Yellowstone would have been an 8.
Number 2.
Crater Lake has moss that grows between 25 and 140 meters under the surface in certain areas of Crater Lake. In addition, there are pits or tunnels showcasing that the moss can be over 100 feet thick, and studies have revealed that the moss can be over thousands of years old.
Number 1.
Crater Lake's water level is perfectly balanced between the amount of rain and snow that collects and the amount of evaporation and seepage lost. The amount of water lost through seepage has been estimated to be almost 2 million gallons of water per hour, and yet nobody knows where all the water goes. Well, that was a lot of fun. But let me know if I missed your favorite fun fact of Crater Lake. Put it in the comments below so we can see it. And yeah, now it's time to get to the meat and potatoes of this video and get to my review. So in order for me to properly rate this national park, I put this into 5 separate categories. Those categories being accessibility and amenities, recreational opportunities, plants and wildlife, scenery, and most importantly, personal experience. So the first category, amenities and accessibility. How accessible is this national park? Well, it's located in southern Oregon, and it's surrounded by some major cities. Some of those cities being Bend, Roseburg, and Klamath Falls, as you can see here. There's also 3 main entrances to the national park. You have one on the north side of the national park, one on the south side, and one also on the west side of the park. One of the things that also separates this national park is that it's good through all 4 seasons. They have accessibility in the winter, despite getting 43 feet of snow. Generally, the north entrance and the rim drive are going to be closed, so you're going to have to check the road status before you go here. I'll put a link in the description. But typically, the road is open to at least the Annie Springs Visitor Center. And most of the time, it's plowed to the Rim Village. Unless there's a large snowstorm, be sure to check the road conditions before heading up if you're heading up in the wintertime. Some of the amenities that they do have the Mazama Campground, as well as the Crater Lake Lodge on the rim. In addition to that, there's multiple gift shops at the visitor centers, as well as a cafe at the Rim Village as well. In addition, they have a bus service in the summertime. So if you wanted to take the bus, that's an option as well. So based on the accessibility, being a proximity of several major cities, as well having great amenities, earns high marks for this. But how does it do for the second category, recreational opportunities? Well, there's a lot to do here. One of the top things to do is hiking. There's numerous trails that kick off out of here, those being either the Garfield Peak Trail, you have Wizard Island, the Cleetwood Trail, Discovery Point Trail, the Watchman Peak. There's all sorts of different hiking opportunities with all different skill levels. In addition to that, you have opportunities to go fishing. You have opportunities to go snowshoeing or cross-country skiing. You can go on boat tours, and it's a great place to go stargazing or watch sunrises and sunsets. There's a lot of opportunities to do here. It's not just like a one-trick pony, so it gives a lot of offering there. And so this category also receives high marks. All right, we're moving into the meat and potatoes here now with this next category, plants and wildlife. And this is sadly one of the things that this national park really struggles with. Yes, there are flowers and flower fields, but there's really not a lot of them, and they're not very dense. You are still going to see flowers, you're still going to see some nice forests and things of that nature. But compared to some of the other national parks in the Pacific Northwest and even Lassen Volcanic, those national parks actually do better here. It's probably the lowest of all four of those. It's really kind of a bummer because you would think at the altitude and how much meadows that there are that it would really actually be better, but it really lags in that department. It also really lags in the wildlife department. I've been able to go multiple times, and out of the multiple times, this last time I was there, I did see a deer. It was too far to even get a picture. You could barely see it. If you weren't looking for it, you wouldn't have seen it. I mean, I've really only seen maybe eagle, definitely timber tigers. I mean, they're there. I know that there's bears and other animals there. It's just that this national park really, really lacks when it comes to wildlife, and it's really a disappointment. And so in this category, really gets low marks in that department. All right, this is a major one. Scenery. Is it scenic? Of course it's scenic. It's beautiful. And the highlight here is obviously the lake. It's what people come to see. The clarity gives it that vibrant blue color. It's amazing. It's gorgeous. That being said, you really have to hit it at the right time. If you hit it on a cloudy day or a hazy day from wildfire smoke, or if you can't see the lake at all, it's going to be a big disappointment. But if you hit it with the right conditions, it's spectacular. It's amazing. I would say though, like the Wizard Island area, and to be able to go onto Wizard Island is one of the best experiences that I've had at this national park. I'd highly recommend it. It's incredible. It's incredibly scenic. It has a different feel to it than the rest of the national park due to it being like new ground, and it's very apparent when you're there. But one of the things that's kind of a knock is even if you do the rim drive, you're kind of getting the same view, unless you're overlooking Phantom Ship or you're having a different vantage point of Wizard Island. Other than that, you're kind of seeing the same thing. But that doesn't take away the striking beauty of the water and the lake and just the scene in general, and understanding what you're looking at of a massive crater of a massive volcanic eruption. Super cool. It's one of the most scenic areas in the state of Oregon, and that's for sure. So obviously, because of that, receives good marks on the scenery department. But next, my personal experience. How does it stack up with all the other national parks I've been to? I can tell you this. I've been to this national park 3 times. The first time I went, years ago, my reaction was, it's okay. The second time I went, which was actually last year, completely blown away. It was amazing. It was beautiful. Like, it blew me away. Blew my wife away, blew my kids away. We were all in awe. This last time I went, which was this year, kind of fell in between the two of just going and spectacular. It's really interesting to have those 3 different experiences at this national park. I think my third visit is kind of in line where I'd rate this park, and that's why this park is rated a bucket list park. But seriously, this park is beautiful. It's well worth a visit no matter where you're coming from. It's definitely something you have to see on a really good day. But let me know if you've been to this national park and what you thought of it, and if you agree with my rankings. If you like this video, please hit subscribe. See you in the next one.